And good morning to all of you. Welcome in. Welcome to Mexico. Man, the Tesla hype dorks are out and about in the comments today. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, why does everybody talk about Tesla going to the moon? What about Apple getting a $3 trillion market cap? How's that for a moon? How's that for a company with incredible cash flows? Just incredible products, incredible everything. Why aren't they on the moon? You know, it's funny. We talk about disruption and it's just nonstop disruption. How is Apple not one of the most disruptive companies to ever exist in the history of the world? Why isn't that in Kathy Wood's portfolio? Because it's actually probably a pretty good company. That's probably why. Anyways, let's move on. What do we have on the old docket today? Okay, well, let's start with Apple. Why not? Apple stock will continue to grow faster than the economy. You know, there was one point, I believe it was 2016 or 17. Apple had more cash on hand than the federal government had. So if that's not disruptive for you little hype dorks out there, I don't know what is. And yes, that was meant as an insult to you. Okay, let's see what the story says. Apple's market cap continued to grow. It surpassed the $3 trillion milestone on Monday. You know that happened last week. Also, I think it was when they hit $183 a share previously. Patrick Armstrong, CIO at investment management firm Plurimi Group, expects Apple share price to grow quicker than the overall economy. I can't believe this is what we're talking about. In August of 2018, Apple became the first publicly traded company to hit $1 trillion, and it has tripled in the last 4 years. Guys, this to me is just one of the most amazing companies I own. It's my largest holding. It's going to continue to be my largest holding. And you guys tell me what you think. My cost basis on Apple is $17. Some analysts have questioned whether Apple is overvalued, but Armstrong said the iPhone maker's market cap isn't as lofty as some other companies. And I do agree with that. You've seen it in the videos that we've made multiple times. I still think that Apple has an incredible future with the subscriptions. I don't think that this company has even gotten started in the subscription world. I mean, you go to their website, you look at Apple Fitness, Apple TV, which they're basically giving away for free to everybody that buys new devices. They're not even charging for it yet. It's endless. It's absolutely endless. So type more of Apple's things in there. Anyways, let's move on. I can only go so much Apple fanboy for so long in the morning. Speaking of disruption, Ford stock surges toward a 2-decade high after plans to nearly double the F-150 Lightning production. Hold on a second. I'm reading a comment. Oh, yeah, okay, I got it. I can show that comment. Bruno, good comment. Shares of Ford jumped 1.8% toward a 21-year high after the automaker said that it plans to double its all-electric F-150 Lightning production to 150,000 trucks per year to meet the soaring demand. I have a reservation on this. I will not be getting one because there was a video that Marquez Brownlee, he did a comparison, a road trip comparison. He took an Audi, I think it was a Q5, standard gasoline car, a Tesla, and a Ford Mach-E, and they drove around in a 1,000-mile loop, and the Ford couldn't even complete the trip because the charging stations are so inadequate. So I think that that's where Ford is going to really struggle when it comes to charging, especially if you're going to have a pickup truck. I heard the range is like 300 miles, even if it's 400 miles. Where do you expect to go with a pickup truck towing on 400 miles? You know, I used to have a diesel truck. It would get 26 miles per gallon, and when I towed it, dropped down to 12 to 14, depending on the temperature. So if you're going to get cut in half and you don't have charging stations, it's going to struggle. But irregardless, this is disruptive EVs, so go and do it. Ford has run up 51.7% over the last 3 months, while rival GM has advanced 13%, and the S&P has gained 11.5%. So, oops. All right. Where else? Oh, this is a fun one. So the Elizabeth Holmes Theranos trial is finally completed for now. We don't know what the appeals are going to be. We don't know if they're going to try her more. But if you guys don't know, Elizabeth Holmes is the founder of Theranos. Big Ponzi scheme, if that's what you want to call it, back in the day. Second biggest Ponzi scheme in American history. And if you hear any blending and stuff, they're in the kitchen making noise, so I apologize. But anyways, $10 billion Ponzi scheme. The second largest. The biggest was obviously Bernie Madoff with $50 billion. But they found her guilty on 4 counts yesterday of defrauding Theranos investors. Let's see. 3 counts of criminal wire fraud and 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. And each of those counts, she was charged. They brought 11 charges against her, each one carrying a 20-year prison sentence. That's a long time. Poor girl. I literally watched the Theranos fraud yesterday. It's great. It's just great. If you guys can watch the HBO documentary on Theranos, if you can read the book Bad Blood, phenomenal book, and if you can listen to the podcast, it's on Apple Podcast. It's called The Dropout. Excellent series. If you're interested in this, you will thoroughly enjoy it if you like people going to prison and whatnot. Tesla roofs. So she is guilty. Of course she's guilty. The roofing giant takes on Tesla to make solar power. So for those of you that don't know, Tesla makes these roofs where it actually looks like a shingle, and it's a solar-powered shingle. So you don't have these big clunky things sitting on top of your home or in your backyard or whatever. Well, Elon Musk unveiled the roof in 2016. It wasn't the first time it happened. There's a company out there called GAF. So maybe some of you in the industry know GAF Energy. I guess they're a very large roofing company in the United States, and they are on the top of about 1/3 of the homes in America. They're coming out with a product called Timberline Solar, which will be cheaper and more reliable than Tesla Solar. And everyone keeps talking about Tesla Solar Power, Tesla Solar Power. Here's a company that's already on the home of 1/3 of the country. We're part of the world's largest roofing manufacturer. I mean, this is going to be awesome. Go and look this stuff up. You know, my father was trying to do this and put it on his house, but he was trying to do the Tesla one. but the price was just insane. Let me go down to the pricing. A $30,000 roof. So here we go. Tesla's projected cost for an average sized 1,700 square foot roof in the Bay Area is basically $41,000 before you're any subsidies from the government. They're doing it for $30,000. So I don't know. I thought shingles were bad. I have no idea. I couldn't even tell you what is on my roof. They're gray. Jim Cramer. So I really want to share something with you guys. It's a video that Nicole's brother sent me, and it's Jim Cramer back, and he was on a news show, and they were playing cuts from him. And I really want to get this out and share it with you guys. So I got to cut it up. I'll play it here on the morning show. So we talk. This is the conversation we had the other day. We get on Dave Ramsey a little bit because he's costing people money in retirement. Fine. What Dave Ramsey is doing is he's costing people opportunity cost. He's not literally costing you money. If you go and just start looking through Jim Cramer's picks over the past 2 decades, he is legitimately hurting people by telling them to buy this garbage and telling them to do things and not do things. This guy is a damn fool, and I'm done being nice to him. He's a moron. Jim Cramer says investors shouldn't roll out another strong stock rally in 2022. It was on the day before. It was, I think, 3 days before Bear Stearns went under back in the financial crisis. He told everybody on TV, this is the video I'm going to show you. He said, "Are you crazy? Bear Stearns can't go anywhere. They have no liquidity issues. They're going to be fine." Next thing you know, they were gone. Jim Cramer made a prediction, go the other way. I'll also pull up his stock picks from 2021, and they are just miserable. Whatever this guy says, do the opposite. Jim Cramer on Monday urged investors to keep an open mind into 2022, contending that the stock market's sizable advance in 2021 does not automatically rule out the possibility of strong gains this year. Things can and do go right. It can be different this time. Sometimes you have to suspend your short-term skepticism to make long-term money. Okay, buddy. He did tell folks to own Apple stock, not just trade it. Oh, so he got one right. That's awesome. Congrats, Jimmy. All right. The last bit of disruption for the day. Will Bitcoin hit 100,000 in 2022? Well, there's the story. There's nothing there. But I kind of just pulled this up to be funny. But some people predict 90,000. Somebody predicted 100,000 by mid-June. I think it's going to be 1 trillion by mid-June. But what do I know? Anyways, let's see what the market's doing this morning. Futures are up right now. That's cool. All right. 10-year yield. Ooh, look at that 10-year yield ticking up 1.63%. Hold on, amigo. It's up from, I think it's going to be 2% by the end of the year, by the end of 2022. Let's see here. Anything reporting? So the big reporting, make sure we have nothing tomorrow morning. Nothing that I really recognize. Bed Bath & Beyond, Constellation Brands, Walgreens, Conagra, WD-40 report on Thursday, so be careful with that one. I know a lot of you guys are in that stuff. If you want to join Everything Money, everythingmoney.com, you get 8 pillars, retirement calculator, stock analyzer tool, 8 pillars portfolio, exclusive content. You get the chat. Click right here at Join EM. Head over, and you will get, scroll up a little bit, $30 gets you all of that plus the chat with 6,000 plus people. In the bid and ask, we're just at about 1,000 people. So $80 a month gets you access to that. Bitcoin is a scam. $80 a month gets you access to that. Employed Trader series, Trading 101 series, complete access to me. Who wouldn't want to have access to me all the time? I have no idea. Okay. And if you want to do a one-on-one trading session with me, $750 for a 1-hour session. Zoom call, just got one yesterday from a fella named Mitch. I'm excited to hop in and do that with him when I get back from Mexico, and we'll go from there. So send some stocks my way, send some questions my way. So there was a gentleman named Frank earlier before the show started, and he asked me a question. I can't remember what it was, but Frank, if you want to send that, if you want to send me that question again, I'd be very happy to answer it for you. And that's it. SWBI looks like a buy to me. That one, I don't know. That one might be a value trap. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided yet. When am I day trading with Paul? Well, Paul's arriving today, but he's not arriving until like 6 p.m. So we'll start tomorrow. I don't know if we'll record it tomorrow, but we're definitely going to be day trading this whole week while we're here in Mexico and next week. So it just comes down to recording and going from there. Okay, let's see here. I think people are confused on your stock charts because they are using the free version. Okay. I mean, I have the paid version, so I don't know. Anybody can get the paid version. Color scream. Don't do it. All right, Roblox. So I don't know if I'm going to really like this one because it might not have a year of data, but I have no clue. Let's see here. Do we have a year of data? It looks like we have a lot of data. Okay, cool. So this goes back to March of 2021. So not a full year of data. So I don't really like trading all these. You notice right here, this little white dash, that's the 200-day moving average. So we just barely got a 200-day moving average on this one. I don't like trading it. I would wait until March of 2022, get a full year of data, and then you can really have a little bit more confidence in knowing where your resistance points are, support levels are, etc. What kind of moving averages do I use? 25, 50, 100, and 200, and that's all I use. Disney. Can we look at Disney? May run up to 180-day moving average. I don't know what the 180-day moving average is, but I don't know why you would look at 180. I would look at a 100 and 200. Why would you try to break it down so much? Anyways, let's see what's happening with Disney. Okay, it's up pre-market. I'm assuming that's why you're asking me about it. So let's see. You have a very nice trend developing. I mean, that's gone through, but you're at the top of the stochastic in that overbought area. So see what happens. I would take profits today if you're in this and you've caught this entire run. I would take profits today and see what happens tomorrow. This thing, if it continues to climb tomorrow, perfect. If it falls tomorrow, then you did okay. Now let's see. This gap also needs to fill. So we're going to want to try to get that gap to fill. But what do you need to get that gap to fill? Volume. And you do not have volume. You barely touched average volume one time in the past 3 weeks or so. Let's look at some Jordans. Why not? Foot Locker. I do like Foot Locker. I sold some puts on Foot Locker yesterday, actually. So that's exciting. Intel is up pre-market. Should we take profits? I'll take a look after this. So Foot Locker. Foot Locker got smoked. Why did they get smoked this morning? That's actually a pretty big drop. Anyways, trend is up. So follow your trend. Your trend is looking pretty good. With this drop in price this morning, this will more likely than not roll over down into a downtrend. So don't worry about it. Take it easy, see what happens, and move on from there. Now let's see here. I wanted to do Intel, and then Carlos, I'll hit your question. Thanks for the donation. Okay. GEF, is that what you said? Okay, I'll remember that one. All right, so Intel, bouncing up. Yeah, you don't. So if you're trading this on a swing trading chart over here, yes, take profits on it because you got a great day yesterday. You got a little bit of a bump today. I would take some profits on it because this is a big move for Intel, especially with being at the top of the stochastic, especially with getting this totally random day of volume yesterday. You had declining volume, and then boom. But if you're in it here long term, no need to get out. Wow, that was a weird circle. If you're in it here long term, no need to get out. I would stay in that one. But if you're swing trading it, yes, take profits. Okay, Carlos's question: GEF. Let's see what we have with GEF. GEF. Grief Inc. Never heard of it. Let's take a look. First thing I'm going to do is check volume because I've never heard of this, so that makes me wonder what's going on here. And I just looked, 221 average shares traded per day. That's very low, guys. The only reason that I don't like that is because, so before I say that, let's zoom out and just see, do we ever have any gaps around? No. So we don't ever have any gaps. So that means that this, yes, it's a low volume stock, but it's not a company that gets crazy volatility, even with low volume. Anytime that I see a low volume stock, I instantly start to wonder about volatility, because if there's only 200,000 shares traded per day, somebody can easily go in there and buy 100,000 shares in that day, and it's going to send the stock price way up. at the same point, they could sell 100,000 shares, and they account for half the volume in the day. So that's the reason I don't like those things. But this one seems fine. If you're in this, excellent. Take profits going into the 25-day moving average, and if you get an engulfing candlestick up to the 200, go for it. Over here, I would probably start taking profits because you're at this resistance point right here, and you're starting to get that slight rollover of your long-term stochastic. So just be careful with it, take profits, and see what happens from there. I love vacation, Mo. What does that even mean? Do a China stock. Why? Starbucks. Wait, what did that say? NEO suspected to run to $40 today. What does that even mean? Let's do Starbucks. Did Stock Mo say that? NEO suspected. This Sinfi sounds guy is making me laugh. I can't tell if he's being serious, but if he's being serious, this is unbelievable because this is actually how these people think. But I have a feeling he's not being serious. Anyways, I'm just zooming out on Starbucks right now because I want to see where we have previous resistance points, and we're sitting at one right now. So you've seen multiple times there was some consolidation in here. Back in May of 2021, it struggled to break through. So with the exception, to be honest, if we just draw a couple lines like this, I mean, with the exception of this blip and this little blip and this kind of mess that happened down here, you're really stuck for a very long time since last May, right in this consolidation area of $117 to $112. So it's incredible. You're just hovering right on top of all of these moving averages. So anyways, yes, Stock Mo told me. I love it. This guy, this is the kind of trolling that I like. And just because you did such a great job trolling, we're going to NEO. We're going to NEO. Very good. Okay, let's see. Oh, yeah, I just look at this chart and I just say instantly this is going to 40 today, 100%. For those of you that are wondering, I'm being totally sarcastic. Anyways, this has a lot of work to do to jump up there unless it gaps because A, you have a lot of selling volume coming in. B, you have a hammer formation yesterday. Hammer formations, that hammer on that candle. So a hammer looks like this. And that is exactly what you had yesterday. So those typically mean the stock price is going to turn on you. So selling volume plus the hammer, yep, that thing's going to turn. And even if you were trying to get to $40 without gapping up here just randomly, you weren't going to get there because you have to get through the 50-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average. But if the stock mode doesn't know what that means. Anyways, Coke at a 52-week high. Why don't we see? Coke. The Coca-Cola company, 52-week high. 52-week high / all-time high? Or just 52-week high? Oh, yep. Looks like we're maybe not an all-time high, but let's zoom back in here and just see what's going on. It jumped up this morning. Let me do an option R. Let me try to reset this. There we go. Okay, so what do we got here? Really great climb, jumped up in price. The fact that we are so high on this stochastic right here, coupled with that massive influx of buying volume and another big jump today, to me, guys, going in all-time highs, I am taking profits. I am taking profits all day on this thing. And if you've caught this entire run up, excellent job. But man, just be careful with it because this thing can turn on you very quickly. But no reason to exit. Just take profits. Put some money in your pocket. Stock Mo says NEO's going to 45. Good morning. Did Apple have an engulfing candlestick yesterday? Let's see. I don't believe so. It did something weird. Yeah. Okay. So here's what happened. It did create. This is an engulfing candlestick. Yes. The reason I didn't do anything with it, and I'll give you guys a little inside in the Employed Trader series. For those of you who don't know, the Employed Trader series is 6 stocks that I go through every single day and update you on. So I went in and said to everybody in the Bid and Ask Nation, don't do anything yesterday from a long-term perspective or a swing trading perspective. And I'll tell you why right now. We were running into these all-time highs. It was bouncing right into them. So what I would want to do is I want to be patient. And if this thing can engulf out again today, then we have something and we're going to go for it. But we need to keep this consistent volume coming in. I need my stochastics to turn back up and make their way back to 100%, and I need an engulfing candlestick. I want to make sure that happens before I get excited. This could very easily hit this 182 number, 183, and fall right back down. And plus, we have a little bit of a ugly face pattern that's developing right now. We'll see what's going to happen. Here's your ugly face. It's not the worst ugly face in the world, but it's developing something. So we're going to see what's going to happen there. Anyways, no. Williams and Sonoma. Okay. Williams and Sonoma. WSM. Let's see here. WSM. Williams and Sonoma. Okay, Williams and Sonoma. So, man, they've been beaten down, haven't they? Oh, okay. But the good news is we're sitting at this bottom resistance point. I'm sorry, support level. So you have a little touch of support there, and we had some pretty good consolidation in here. So let this thing. If you get engulfing candlesticks and can roll with it, go for it. But you gotta let this develop a little bit more. I wouldn't even touch it on this perspective going long. You have very inconsistent volume. You're starting to get that rollover. You got 4 major moving averages to go in through. It's going to be a tough one for you. So be careful with it there. What else do we have? TSM. Taiwan Semiconductors. Yep. So Taiwan Semiconductors, aren't they in it for? Oh wow. Oh, look at this. Aren't they in this 5G space? If I'm not mistaken. No. Maybe I'm thinking of Skyworks. I'm getting a couple companies confused. Hold on, let me do option R here. There we go. Anyways, so we're starting to get it's about to do a sweet spot reversal, but your trap door is open. So if you were in this and you got lucky with this, please take profits here. Even take profits today at 131. Guys, this is a terrible flagpole pattern. It is shot up like this. It is creating the biggest flagpole right now. And you are about to come right back down to this 122 level because you have a gap to fill here. It's possible that, you're coming back to 122. So if you're in this, please take profits, and you will be better off for it. You have gotten very lucky on this thing. Ford, why don't we look at Ford? Let's look at Ford touching 21-year highs. Does he trade options or just stocks? Very good question. I do tons and tons of options trading. All right, Ford. There it is again. Ford breaking out again, all-time highs. Guys, the flagpole pattern developing. It's going to come right back down into this consolidation area of $20. Here's your flagpole. It's developed. It is going to come right back down, I promise you. Please take profits on this. If you're in Ford, you've gotten lucky. PayPal, if it breaks out today or tomorrow. Let's see. So I can't really remember from yesterday. I was looking at the chart. PayPal holdings. Here we go. Simon, thank you for attending as always. Okay. All right. So, whoever asked me this PayPal, was it Bendy? Bendy. If it engulfs out tomorrow, can you get into it? I personally, this is just coming from the conservative side of me, I would wait 2 more days. I would see what happens today. See what develops, and then tomorrow, if you get this candlestick that I just drew, and you get a more defined stochastic, yes, you can go for it tomorrow. And also make sure that you have volume coming in. Darren, I use TradingView. I was also curious about Viacom. We haven't checked out Viacom in some time, actually. Let's see what we have going on with them. So they were involved with they had a big scare with the excuse me. Archegos, that was them, Archegos. So let's see here. Nice looking trend right now. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good. If you get an engulfing candlestick, you could have added yesterday. You got a little bit of a pullback, but you're back up. If you get an engulfing candlestick today, and you clear the 50, go for it. Good looking run you got going on. Yeah. Okay. Good. I'll tell you what, guys. It's really weird doing a show in my kitchen with like people behind me and people walking around. It's very strange. I will say I have the focus of a, well, I have no idea where I'm going with this. Anyways, BRK.B. BRK.B. And by the way, guys, if you don't know, Seth achieved his goal. I think he lost like 46 pounds in 2021. It's incredible. Intel, please. Late getting here. Keith, I already explained Intel, and I said if you want to take profits on it, you can. If you're from a swing trading perspective, and if you're long term on it, no need to take profits. Stay in there. Berkshire Hathaway. Running into these highs, running into a resistance point. If I'm you, I'm taking profits here. The reason I'm taking profits is because A, you are overbought in your stochastic. B, you have incredibly low volume down here. And then C, of course, you're running into this resistance point. So if I was you, I would take some profits and see what happens. If you break out further, go and grab it. The focus of a Buddhist monk, the focus of a hawk, the focus of a teenage girl. Tell them to grab you some coffee. You guys are funny. All right, let's look at FedEx. The focus of a teenage girl. Yeah, sometimes I can't really focus, and I have a very bad habit of tuning people out. Very bad habit. I'm trying to. That's one thing I'm trying to do better is not tune people out when I'm done listening. I'm trying to stay engaged. It's very difficult for me. $269.48 is your 200-day moving average. So see if you can run it up there. I mean, if you get it, if you want to, I would not be trading it long term over here. It looks like your run is kind of over. You're starting to get that rollover on the stochastic. Even you're starting to get that rollover here. I would be patient with this thing. See if you can break up or break down. Let this stock choose a direction before you go at it, and you will be fine. Okay. Hims and Hers Health. Oh, that was that's the company that A-Rod took public. Does BABA even exist if we don't check it every morning? It might be better. It would be better if it didn't exist because then we wouldn't have to talk about it. But let's see. Let's see what old Alibaba is doing this morning. So, and if you just tuned in, there's a blender going in the background. So sorry. All right, consolidating here in the 120 area. Stock market is now open. Don't go long on it. Don't go long on it. Don't go long on it yet. I see this. I see that our stochastic is looking really good, but I just hesitate to tell you to go long. You start to go, and then all of a sudden, news comes out, and you just gap break down here. To me, any Chinese stock right now is not conducive, excuse me, for long-term trades. That's just not my thing. But that's that. Guys, smash the like button for me. Market's open. I'm going to do one more stock, and then I'm going to get out of here. And I'll see you back. Actually, no, I won't. I might see you back here tomorrow. So tomorrow at 9:00, we talked to Jimmy from Learn to Invest. He's going to come on and do answer some questions for you guys. So come on in tomorrow morning. Jimmy will be here answering some questions. I'm going to hop on with you guys, and I'll also be with Jimmy. But I just want to make sure that the connection's fine. I want you guys to get the best out of talking to Jimmy. So we'll go from there. So that's it. Give me one more stock. I want to do one more. What else do we have? Oh, check pins. We haven't checked pins in a while. We haven't checked pins or Peloton in a while. Where's Pinterest? Here we go. So Pinterest is, oh my gosh, it is just getting beaten down so bad. This is incredible. This and Peloton, it's just incredible. So maybe we hit a base here of around $35, $34, $33 somewhere in there, and we'll see what happens. But even so, you still have a downtrend. You still have a downtrend over here. You still have inconsistent volume coming in. Poor Pinterest. Let's look at Peloton real quick. I just want to amuse myself here. Let's see if we got a turnaround. I don't understand. Going back to everything that I was saying about Apple, I don't understand why Apple's not buying Peloton. They have Apple Fitness. Their Apple Fitness is lagging, definitely lagging. And this is a great company for them to pick up at a pretty cheap price. I don't know. It makes sense to me, but what do I know? Decreasing, still going down. This is a dog stock. Guys, if I'm you, buy a tracker share. You will be very happy with the tracker share. So that's it, guys. I'll see you in the chat. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Same time, same place. Smash the like button on your way out. Love you. Thanks for the support. Peace.